Today we're talking about the CSS Transform property. It lets you do cool things with elements, like moving them around, rotating them, making them bigger or smaller, and even distorting them. Let's start by creating a basic box using a div element. Inside this box, we'll have the text code. In the style sheet, I'll select div and apply the following properties. A width and height of 250 pixels each. A border of 4 pixels solid with the color black. We'll align the text to the center. Let's increase the font size to 100 pixels for a larger text. Choose a background color. I like yellow. To work with transformations, we can use the transform property. You can select a transformation of your choice. The list contains numerous available options. Let's begin with the Translate X transformation, where you specify the number of pixels to move the element along the x-axis. For example, setting it to 80 pixels, it will translate the element to the right, while a negative value will move it to the left, along the x-axis. Next, let's explore the Translate Y transformation. Copy this for Translate Y, which moves elements up or down along the y-axis. You can also combine both transformations by using translate and providing two values, within the parentheses, 60 pixels for the first and 100 pixels after a comma. The first value is for the horizontal x-axis, and the second value is for the vertical y-axis. We can also rotate elements on different axes. For instance, to rotate around the x-axis, we can use the rotate x property with an angle, like 120 degrees. Similarly, for the y-axis, we can change the value to 200 degrees. And for the z-axis, we can use an angle of 180 degrees. These are some rotation options available in CSS. To learn more, comment out this section to move forward. Scaling is another transformation option. The scale is used to increase or decrease the size of an element. You can scale an element along the x-axis using Scale X. The default value is 1, and increasing it to 2 would stretch the element to twice its original width. The same applies to scaling along the y-axis using Scale Y. To apply scaling in both directions, you can simply use scale and provide two values, the same as translations. The first value stretches the element along the x-axis and the second for the y-axis. Skewing is another cool feature. You can skew an element horizontally using Skew X with an angle, for example, 45 degrees. Similarly, you can skew it vertically using Skew Y. To skip this section, please comment out these two lines. Moreover, you can combine both skewing effects by using the skew and providing two values, like 30 degrees for both horizontal and vertical skewing. Another complex transformation option is the matrix transformation. In the matrix, we can pass 6 values. These may be 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. 0. The matrix is a powerful tool that combines all the 2D transform methods into one, like rotation, scaling, translation, and skewing. The first value represents the scale X, second value Skew Y. The third Skew X, fourth scale Y, fifth translate X, and sixth translate Y. The first and fourth values control scaling, so let's make the element 3 times bigger. The last two values are for translation, translate X and translate Y. So we'll move the element 200 pixels from left and from top. To see the effect of translation, let's reduce the size of the element. The second value controls the skew along the y-axis, and the third value controls the skew along the x-axis. Let's change one value to 0.4 and the other value to 0.6. I recommend using separate values instead of the matrix method. It's easier to work with properties like translate X, skew Y, rotate Y, etc., rather than using the matrix method, which can be confusing. One thing you may have noticed about the matrix transformation is that we don't need to use units, like degree, with the values. We use degree for skewing and rotating, but with the matrix transformation, we can simply provide the values without any units. Here are some easy transformations you can use in CSS. If you found this video helpful, I kindly request your support by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, activating the notification bell for future video updates,